You ever notice how right before something amazing happens, life seems to go crazy? The money gets funny, the relationships get shaky, the opportunities dry up, and you're sitting there thinking, man, why is everything breaking down all at once? But here's what most people don't realize: what feels like a breakdown is often the exact signal that a breakthrough is on the horizon. See, God will let some things fall apart so the things He's building in your future have room to stand. Sometimes He's got to break your comfort zone before He can reveal your calling. And the truth is, you wouldn't move if it didn't hurt. You wouldn't change if it didn't shake you. That breakdown is not punishment, it's preparation. It's God tearing down what can't go with you so He can build up what will carry you into your destiny. The breakdown is not the end of your story. It's the first chapter of your breakthrough. And then there are those doors, you know, the ones you prayed for, worked for, hoped for. Yet somehow they slammed shut in your face. You thought that was your shot, that was your chance, and when it didn't happen, you felt like God forgot about you. But listen, sometimes a closed door is not God's rejection, it's His protection. He knows what's on the other side of that door that you can't see. He knows the weight of what you were asking for might have crushed you if you got it too soon. That door didn't close to keep you out. It closed to keep you safe. Because when God closes a door, He's not saying no. He's saying, not this one, something better is coming. And if you'll stop crying over what shut down, you'll start noticing the new path He's opening up. Rejection isn't the end of the story. It's just redirection toward the breakthrough that's already got your name on it. And sometimes you'll notice the people who used to always be around you suddenly start drifting away. The phone stops ringing, the invitations stop coming, the circle gets smaller, and you're sitting there asking yourself, why am I so alone right now? But here's the truth. God will pull people out of your life when He's trying to pull you into His presence. That isolation isn't abandonment, it's preparation. Because some things He wants to whisper to you can't be heard in the noise of the crowd. He'll separate you so you can see Him more clearly, so you can hear Him more directly, so you can grow without the weight of everyone else's opinions. Don't confuse loneliness with being forgotten. Sometimes it's God hiding you while He's working on you. So when the breakthrough shows up, you're not just ready for it. You're strong enough to sustain it. And then there are the moments when God starts cutting things away. Friendships that don't feel the same anymore. Habits that used to satisfy you but now leave you empty. Opportunities that used to excite you but suddenly lose their flavor, and you're wondering, why does it feel like I'm losing so much? But you're not losing, you're being pruned. Just like a gardener cuts branches that don't bear fruit, God will cut off what's draining your energy, your time, your purpose. And it doesn't feel good when He's cutting, it feels painful. It feels unfair, but what you don't see is that pruning is proof that you're alive, proof that you're growing, proof that He sees more in you than you see in yourself, because the branches He removes are making space for new fruit, bigger fruit, greater fruit. What He's taking away now is nothing compared to the harvest He's about to grow in your life. And then there's the waiting, the part nobody likes. You've prayed, you've believed, you've sown seeds, you've done the work, and still nothing. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and you start asking, God, did you forget about me? But what you call a delay, God calls development. See, a blessing given too early can feel like a burden. So God won't hand you what you're asking for until you're ready to carry it. That waiting season isn't wasted time. It's training time. It's where patience is built, faith is stretched, character is forged. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't. The delay is not denial, it's divine timing. And when the moment finally comes, you'll realize the waiting wasn't holding you back. It was positioning you for something bigger than you even prayed for. And then there's the pressure. Oh, that weight that feels like it's crushing you from every side. Bills piling up, responsibilities stacking, expectations pressing down, and you feel like you can't breathe. But let me tell you something. Pressure is not there to destroy you. It's there to produce something in you. Diamonds don't form without pressure. Olives don't release oil until they're crushed. Gold doesn't shine until it's been refined. The very thing you think is breaking you is actually making you. God allows the pressure because He knows what He placed inside you, and He's using it to pull out strength you didn't know you had, wisdom you didn't know you carried, and faith you didn't know could stretch that far. So instead of cursing the pressure, start thanking God for it, because it's shaping you into something more valuable than you could have ever become without it. And then there's the fire. You know, those seasons where it feels like everything you touch is burning, everything around you is shaking, and you wonder if you're even gonna make it out. But here's the truth. The fire is never sent to kill you. It's sent to refine you. Just like gold goes into the furnace, not to be destroyed, but to have the impurities burned away, God will let you walk through fiery trials so the doubt, the fear, the weakness, the pride, it all gets burned off. And when you come out, you don't come out smelling like smoke. You come out shining brighter, stronger, purer than you were before. The fire exposes what's fake and reveals what's real. It doesn't change your value, it proves your value. So if you're in the fire, don't panic. It's not a funeral, it's a refining. God is showing you that what can't survive the flames was never meant to go with you into your breakthrough. And then comes the pain, the kind that feels unbearable, the tears at night, the weight in your chest, the struggle just to keep going. And you start thinking, if it hurts this bad, maybe it means I'm finished. But no, that pain isn't death, it's birth. Those aches are labor pains, and labor pains don't mean the end. They mean something new is about to come forth. A mother doesn't cry in the delivery room because she's dying. She cries because she's pushing life into existence. And the harder the pain, the closer she is to holding what she's been carrying. That's exactly what's happening in your life. The pain is proof that you're about to give birth to the very thing you prayed for. Don't mistake the contractions for destruction. They're confirmation that your breakthrough is not only coming, it's about to be delivered. And then there's this: God doesn't just prepare blessings for you. He prepares you for the blessing. Because what good is a breakthrough if you don't have the strength to hold it, the wisdom to manage it, or the character to sustain it? See, you've been asking God to open doors, but He's been making sure that when those doors open, you don't fumble what's on the other side. That's why He's been stretching your patience, testing your faith, sharpening your discipline. The blessing is already ready. He's just making sure you're ready. And when you finally step into it, you'll look back and realize every test, every trial, every lonely night was training. God wasn't withholding from you, He was equipping you, because the breakthrough isn't just about what you receive. It's about who you become while you're waiting for it. And finally, here's the part that takes it all to another level. When God brings you out, He doesn't just restore what you lost, He multiplies it. Because God doesn't operate in break, even blessings, He doesn't deal in just enough. He is a God of overflow. That means when the breakthrough shows up, it won't come in the form of a small apology for your pain or a refund for your struggle. No, it comes pressed down, shaken together, and running over. It comes bigger than you prayed for, greater than you imagined, and more than you thought you could carry. Think about Job. He lost everything: his wealth, his children, his health. It looked like his life had collapsed beyond repair. But when God stepped in, He didn't just give Job back what he lost. He gave him double, twice the possessions, twice the blessings, twice the influence. Because God doesn't just restore, He multiplies. And when you've been faithful in the furnace, when you've held on through the pressure, when you didn't quit in the pruning, God rewards you with a harvest you couldn't even picture while you were in the struggle. And the beauty of it is this: you don't come out with just the blessing. You come out with the wisdom, the resilience, the faith that can never be shaken again. You see, the real breakthrough isn't only in what God puts in your hand, it's in what He puts in your heart. Because now you don't just have resources, you have revelation. Now you don't just have success, you have strength. Now you don't just have increase, you have insight. That's why Overflow is so powerful. It's not just extra stuff. It's evidence that you've been transformed. And here's what you need to understand. When God gives Overflow, it's never just for you. He fills your cup so full that it spills into the lives of people around you. The peace you carry begins to shift atmospheres in your home. The wisdom you've gained begins to guide others who are lost. The blessings you've received become provision for families, friends, and even strangers who are connected to your obedience. Your breakthrough becomes their testimony. Your overflow becomes their lifeline. That's why the enemy fights you so hard before your breakthrough. Because he knows it's not just about you. It's about the generations coming after you. He knows if you quit now, the chain of blessing stops with you. But if you hold on, if you keep walking, if you trust God even when it hurts, your children, your children's children, and even people you'll never meet will walk in freedom because of your faith. Now, don't miss this. Overflow also means that the pain of your past can't even compare to the glory of your future. God is the only one who can take the years you thought were wasted and turn them into the very soil that produces your harvest. That heartbreak, it taught you how to love deeper. That betrayal, it taught you how to discern quicker. That failure, it taught you how to rise stronger. None of it was wasted, because all of it was preparing you for the moment when God would open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing you don't have room enough to receive. So when the breakthrough comes, you're not just coming out with more money or more success or more influence. You're coming out with joy that can't be shaken, peace that can't be stolen, faith that can't be broken. And all of it comes in abundance, more than enough. So much that you'll look around and say, God, I don't even know what to do with all of this favor. And He'll smile and remind you, it was never just for you. It was always about blessing you so you could be a blessing. That's what overflow looks like. That's what breakthrough feels like. And when it comes, you'll realize every tear, every test, every sleepless night was worth it, because God doesn't just restore. He elevates. He doesn't just give back, He multiplies. He doesn't just bring you out, He brings you out with more than you've ever had before.